Alright guys, welcome back. This is a weird place to be starting the video, I know, but I had tons and tons of loot that I hadn't sold in like forever. I don't even know how far back it went. So I sold it. And I'm keeping this guy because I think I might need... I forget what the best ingredients are for making like the Tornasol and a couple other like high level weaponry. So I'm pretty sure I need 2 of these for Ultima Sword, yeah. I've already got 2 of these. I don't know, I can't remember if I need like 3, 4, or 6. I don't know why those numbers seem familiar. Anyways, I sold enough for a life crystal and I'm actually curious what it is, if it is a high arcana, okay. I actually wasn't sure. There we go, that clears out the bazaar. So I've got another 250,000 gils still. The reason I'm in the Fawn Coast, first of all, I didn't know this. Apparently it can get pretty dark. The other reason I wanted to check the bills, nothing. And I went to go and talk to that guy. So technically I've started the first hunter camp hunt. Here's the thing, I won't actually be recording all of those hunts, which I know is a bit of a cop-out, but I've never actually done all 30 before, and given that one of the trophies for this game is completing the bestiary, I'm gonna need to do that. But it's gonna take me a long time. I'm gonna need some reference materials. Actually, I think I have some maps saved on my computer from the original, so hopefully nothing's changed, but so even though I will be doing that for the platinum, I most likely will not be recording it because it'd be little bits here, little bits there. Here we go. Oh yeah, I guess I should show you guys. So I got them just up to 47s and 48 there. Like I said, I didn't want to go over 50, but I very well could have. It was not taking me a whole lot of time and effort. I also assigned all the espers that I have so far, and I figured out who's getting the other ones. So he's got Maytus right now, and I think I'm going to give him Hashmal and Famfrit. He's got Chaos. He's also getting Ultima later on. She's not getting any, so because Zodiac doesn't seem like he really gives me much in terms of like skills or techniques that I'm going to want, I might give it to her just so she has one and at least it's the strongest. Bosch has this guy, and it looks like that might be it. She has all 3 that she's getting, Bellius, Zalera, and Exodus, whatever the hell his name is supposed to be. And she's got Kukulane, Zeromus. Zeromus gave her channeling, or her 3rd channeling, so she could drop her MP a bit more. And I believe she's going to get Shemhazai when we get to the bottom of this lovely area we're in now. Yeah, Fran is just absolutely destroying everything. So first of all, I don't know if you guys caught on. Just wait a second. Boom. We're actually breaking the damage limit, which I knew about, but... it's one of those things. I knew about it, but I hadn't actually seen it yet, so it kind of slipped my mind for a bit. Uh-oh. See, and this is precisely why I gave her the archer ability. She's never really going to need to get up close and personal with any of these guys, because the only reason she's doing as much damage as she is right now, is because she's got full HP, as you can see. So it's increasing her damage. She's got, I think it's Serenity. And I mean, she's still firing off Viragas, and they're still doing massive damage. So it's nice to see that not only have they fixed magic in this game, but it's actually become pretty good post-game. Oh, this is not the area I thought it was. I'm going to take her protect thingy off. Oh. I have one for any ally, and I have another one separately just for friends. It's kind of weird. Oh, and I forgot to mention, when I was running back through the last two areas of the Feywood there, I found a Reflectiga. I don't think anybody here can use it. No. That was super exciting. It would have been super nice to figure out where haste was, and I remember I was supposed to actually look that up, but totally forgot. So I rewatched my old video for this area, which apparently started in pretty much the same place, and I was actually able to get to the bottom through the Grey Crystal by the end of the hour. I think everybody's going to have to get to level 50 to trigger the trophy. Oh yeah, another random fact is I'm pretty sure I was at like the same level I was. Like, I'm not even sure if I wasn't 50. I know a couple areas after that I was looking at, I was at 50. But, so I'm 50-ish, we'll call it, somewhere between 48 and 50. Anyways, my backup party was at 16, or no, sorry, 18, 18, and 20, I believe. So if you think about it, I've gotten 3 additional characters up to what will soon be level 50 anyways. And not only that, but nice. Yeah, not only that, I've also done it in less time. Now, again, granted, we have this speed up feature. Anywho, what led me to looking at this stuff in the first place was the fact that I wanted to go see what I did for my last Chaos fight after the clusterfuck that was last video. I think it was last video we fought Chaos at the beginning. Yeah. But I wanted to go see what I did, and sure enough it was telekinesis. I was just looking to see if there was an item there. Oh. How did his remedy not cure sleep? That's ridiculous. So I've got 349s and 251s, so I'm assuming once the other two get to level 50, probably trigger the trophy. Oh, there we go. Only needed one. Oh. Ooh, good, I got a mithril. I forget what I was reading, but I needed a couple of those.
I can't shake the feeling we're somewhere we're not meant to be.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Exciting?
You are not troubled by the unknown? Who can say what lies ahead? We may encounter the very creators of Nethersite.
Yeah, I don't know what we'll find. I like it better that way.
You're sounding more the Sky Pirate every day.
Pretty sure if I'm getting a game over in the lower half of the Great Crystal, I've got bigger problems than just restarting from here, so... This is kind of weird, there are no enemies anywhere. I find so many of those and I hate it. Like one of the few accessories I will just not use. And not even that it's a terrible accessory by any means, it's just I never go barehanded. I don't see the point. I've got all these weapons. I definitely find it a little weird that there's no enemies here, but I guess it's because there's a boss fight coming up. Though I doubt he should be calling himself a boss. Easy peasy. Now thankfully the lower part of the Great Crystal is pretty straightforward. It's nice to see you're still on your own here. I was kind of curious if they were going to give you a map or not. Alright, 45? That's not terrible. Nice. It's probably not going to tell me what potencies it helps, but... I think it's like fire, wind, and dark or something like that. I'm pretty sure they don't actually do anything, but it'd be kind of neat if it helped, like your steal rate and everything. That'd have been pretty cool. I will say it is nice that they added a ton of stuff in terms of like elemental weaknesses and whatnot. Damn it. I'm going to need to restock on remedies after this is done. And like a bunch of weapons have new effects and stuff like that now. Nice. Among other things, it appears I am not regretting the I just realized there's actually probably a better way to do this. Fran kind of needs to catch up anyways. Yeah, good. Oh, nice. I was gonna say, I actually had no idea what that was. Well, I don't really think it matters which way I go this time. Wow, okay. That's not what I was expecting to have happen, but... Apparently fire is not one of the things this cranks up. Whew, I was having a small panic attack. One thing I really don't like about this area is how damn bright it is. Are we doing this, gentlemen? No? Cool. I'm not gonna lie, curiosity is getting the best of me. More ninja gear, yay. Whoa. I kinda wish there was a gambit that was like, oh, have you stolen from this enemy? Then do this. Oh, I think I just took the really long way around for doing the exact same thing. That's kind of upsetting.
I've never seen this much mist. Are you all right?
I'm fine, thank you.
Is that nethicite?
I wonder.
With that much nethicite in one's grasp.
You could destroy all of Ivalice, if you wished it.
Okay, well, the good news is time-wise, this should work out perfectly. After all the scenes will be done and whatnot, we should have enough time to at least go and find out what hunts we have. Nothing to it. Alright, so we've got a plethora of scenes coming up. So I'm actually just going to turn my mic off. Once we finish up here, we can use this to head right back to the Gate Crystal pretty much, I'm pretty sure. And then we'll head to Balfenheim and we'll watch the scenes there, and then I'll talk after that. So I'll see you guys then.
Where is everyone?
Fear not, Princess of Dalmasca. We, Ocuria, have chosen you, and you alone. Ashalia Banag and Dalmasca, we see your heart desires power, and power most holy shall we grant. Seek you the Suncrist, slumbering star. In tower on distant shore, it dreams. The mother of all Nephesite, the source of its unending power. The Dynast King, his fallow shards, coarse trinkets cut from Suncrist's light.
Such power exists?
In times that are long passed away, we sought to save this Ivalice, and chose Wraithwall, the Dynast King. We took the sword and cut the Christ. 3 shards he took from its gilt grasp, and so became the Dynast King. His words and deeds run through your veins.
That's why I was given it. The Sword of Kings.
The treaty held with kings of old is but a memory, cold and still. With you, we now shall treat anew, to cut a run for history's flow. Now take this sword, this treaty blade, Ocurian seal, mark of your worth. Cut deep the Christ, and seize your shards. Wield Dynas King's power. Destroy Vanar.
But Vanar... Vanar's an Acurian, a being like you.
Vanar is a heretic! The Nephesite is ours to give to chosen bearer, or to none. The heretic trespassed, and set the rose of knowledge in man's hand. With imitations they profane. It is anathema to us. We give you now the stone and task. Administer judgment. Destroy them all.
Judgment? Destroy them all? The Empire?
The hues ever skew history's weave. With haste, they move through too short lives. Driven to err by base desires, toward waste, and wasting, on they run. Undying, we Ocurian light the path for wayward sons of man. Oft did we pass judgment on them, so that Ivalice might endure. Eternal, we are history's stewards, to set the course and keep it true. The chosen is our hand, our fist, to let live some and crush the rest. Princess, you have been chosen. Take revenge against those who stole your kingdom. Fulfill your role as savior. Attain to your birthright.
Ash! What's with these Acuria? What gives them the right to tell you what to do?
Will you take revenge, as they ask? Huh?
We could not see them, but we heard the Ocuria speak. They may be gods, but we are the arbiters of our destiny. Your Highness, I'm against this. The Empire must pay, but destruction?
Does anyone know what happened to Dr. Sid? Wasn't he saying he'd be here?
He should have arrived by now.
And I should have realized by now. He's not coming. He laid out the bait, and we bit. Remember what he said? He wanted Ash to get the stone. He wanted that all along. That's why he flaunted his Nethicite, and reeled us in with his stories about Gidovagan, all to bring Ash to the Ocuria.
But wait, if we got a hold of the Nethicite, wouldn't that be bad for the Empire?
Maybe he wants to see what happens when foes with Nethicite collide. That'd be just like Dr. Sid.
I will search out the Sun Christ.
History is built by our hands. That's his favorite line. He'd never stand by and watch the Ocuria's stones shape things. So, he was talking to Vanar all along. He wasn't mad at all then, was he?
Restore Dalmasca's sovereignty and make our amends with Lady Ash. It's the only way to avert war.
It is a war of necessity. Your Lady Ash herself is bent on it. She desires it above all else. She will not rest until her revenge is full wrought.
I fear you misread her intent. She would sooner shun war than embrace it.
You are young, Larsa.
And you presume beyond your ken.
Then let us look closer. Judge Gabranth. I would have you seek after the Lady Ash and judge whether she makes overtures of peace or war. Yours shall be the eyes of the Empire.
And should I espy war, I am to put her to the sword. Is that your wish, Excellency?
It will not come to that, I am sure. I have faith in her, faith in you both. On you, Gabranth, shall I wager all our fortunes.
As you will.
That so sweet a child could be your brother is hard to believe.
Larsa is as he should be.
What's that, Venna? Ah, taken the bait already, have they? Splendid. The Ocuria have given the princess her treaty blade.
The gods have chosen their scribe to write history as they deem fit. Yes, and she with fresh nethicite to aid her.
Bah! To hell with the Ocuria and their stones. What good? A power that cannot be harnessed. Baubles best suited for study, no more.
We conquered 2 kingdoms that you might study these baubles.
Oh, I am grateful for the sacrifice. Without it, manufactured nethicite would have eluded us. An unrivaled weapon, I warrant you. Tell me, Venna, have I not been an apt pupil?
My counsel did but guide your able hand. Through power of man, the stones did you perfect. Yes. So much accomplished in 6 fleeting years. Man's fervor o'er all obstacles prevailing.
Our lives are much too short. You undying might waste long centuries away, but we, I fear, cannot.
Just so. Had we more time, we might have availed ourselves of more prudent measures.
Your greatest work still lies before you. Not lightly will the Ocuria allow you to wrest the reins of history from their grasp, back into the hands of man.
Indeed. What claim does Geren have on history's reins, seated on throne immortal, rent from time? For your ascendant's vein I offer prayer. May you attain all that which is your due.
Attain it I shall. For too long have my deeds gone unrewarded.
In tower on distant shore dreams the sun Christ. Do these words mean aught to you?
Didn't Redis say he was going to follow some other course? Maybe he found out something that can help.
I'd rather stay out of that Sky Pirate's debt, thank you.
What's wrong with Redis? I mean, if you can't trust your own kind, who can you trust?
You're an expert on pirating now, are you?
Ships in the water. Send fishing dories if need be, I care not. Glossair engines are as good to us as sky to a fish. Leave what boats have foundered. I want souls saved, not driftwood. Our armada ran afoul of bad water near the Ridorana Cataract. All engines stopped a sudden. Becalmed. Trouble with a mist thick as death, it seems. Those seas are yacht. I expected airship trouble, not a fleet foundering midst the waves. Tell me of what happened in Girovegon. From the lay of your eyes, I measure all did not go well. Cid. Was he false, as I feared?
Yes. But we may have caught a glimpse of his true intent. We may now know what it is that Cid searches for.
So the day-affected Nithosite was only a fragment? And these Ocuria I know not and care to know even less.
If we strike the Suncrest with the Sword of Kings, no new stone may be born. We say the Suncrest is the source of all Nethosite's power. If we might break it, the Dusk Shard would be as a thing lifeless. As for the manufactured Nethosite, who can say?
There is another way. We used the Treaty Blade to cut a new stone from the Crest. Use that to fight the Dusk Shard and the manufactured stones.
Would you like to know the best use of Nethosite? Will or nil, I'll tell you. You pick it up and throw it away.
Either way, we have to find the Suncrest first, right? Don't we? Across the sea, and a tower on a distant shore. Read this?
Familiar words, Vaughn. I saw something of the sort written in some documents I chanced upon during my visit to Draklor. The Naldoan Sea, the Ridorana Cataract, and the Pharos Lighthouse. I sent my fleet to fish out the truth behind these words, and caught trouble.
Then proof is ours. This lighthouse on the Naldoan Sea is the tower on the distant shore. The strong mist that becalmed your ships is a grimmer yet clearer sign than any we might hope for. The Suncrest is there.
All well and good, but how do we get there? Those seas are in yacht, as I recall.
Try putting this one in your ship. 'Tis a sky stone made to resist yacht.
More spoils from the Draklor labs, is it? Why not use it yourself?
That's just the thing. My ship's a Bergerben model. It will not work. But should it fit the Strahl, she'll fly in yacht. Lady Ash, I would accompany your highness, if you do not object.
I am in your care. But tell me one thing. Why do so much for us?
The Nabudis Deadlands.
Nabudis was your home?
Nay, but a memory forever burned in my heart.
Okay, so most of the time the shops don't seem to be updating, so we'll just check super quick. Oh, looks like this one did though. I'll check the technique super quick, but I don't think it's gonna do me a whole lot. No. So I think there's only like 4 or 5, if that, marks that'll be available to us. Oh. That's a lot more than I thought. Diablos was the mark I was waiting for to justify going into the Lucy Mines after Gilgamesh. So that brings us up to 40 already. Well, there's probably no elite hunts then, because one is XII, one is Shadowseer, one is Yzmat, one is Pyrolaster, and one is Behemoth King. So there's my 5. I picked up another bubble belt somewhere too. I can't quite remember where it was. It was probably in the Feywood. Oh, beautiful. Okay, well, good news is I can re-equip all of this. The better news is for the next set of hunts, I know exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to leave the battle on the big bridge, and the other one, we're going to leave this guy for now. We're going to hit this guy, probably not this guy, and the Death Gaze. So we'll get at least 3 in next video. I'll have to fly around in the airship, so I'll try to finish off that little side quest we started, handing all the letters to the people. Yeah, we'll do this guy when we're heading to Ultima, and we'll do these other 2 together. I may end up doing the worm before that, actually. I'll have to kind of decide on that. But anywho, the reason why we're tackling the other areas is so I can get some half-decent training in. The Xertian Caverns, as well as the Feywood, will give some pretty half-decent experience. I could probably use a few more... Oopsies. No, actually, apparently I've done a fair amount of time in here, so... Unless there's something here I haven't seen yet, and or didn't fight. Oh, there's a level 99 guys. Those will be fun. Not really. Not a whole lot in the Feywood, just these two and the Holy Elemental. These guys are a bitch to get to spawn, so I'm not even going to bother with them for a while. And yeah. I don't know if I'm going to do Ultima or Gilgamesh first, but that stuff I'll talk about later. So I'm going to end the video here, and I'll see you guys in part 31.